Hi,
Hi Archana, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well.
I
Okay,
think
so
we're the
it's
first two people. No, Aman is also here.
yes.
Yeah, hi. Hey, Archana. Hey, Aman.
Hey, Aman.
Hi Aman. So we have people from different parts of the country, is it? Archana, where are you speaking from?
I am right now speaking from Nagpur. Otherwise, I'm in Mumbai. So Nagpur happens to be my hometown.
Oh, that's nice.
What about you?
I'm from Mumbai.
Okay, yeah, and you are right now in Mumbai.
Right, yes.
How's Nagpur?
Nagpur is good, enjoying the oranges. This is the season.
So
Okay.
what we had the awards first happening. I
Yes,
just
we will
saw.
have the awards first. The panel session is due for 4 p.m. today. Before that, we have
Oh,
an announcement for the InnTech Awards, which is our first section of the program today.
yeah.
And
We were there last year.
3:30.
Both me and Aman were there last year.
Absolutely. Yes, I can recall that. Yes. So yes, since it's 3:30, hello and welcome to Inkspell's November Fest 2020. Today we will be recognizing champions from two industry areas which are most talked about and I would say pretty significant in today's times, which are content and technology. Everybody is talking about these two areas of the industry, right? So the first section of today's program will be rewarding and acknowledging the champions of innovation and technology for the year 2020. So allow me some time to first introduce this initiative by Inkspell Media. So Inkspell Media recognizes the importance of innovation and technology in the overall uplift and upgradation of the ecosystem that we live in, work and coexist. InnTech 2020 is a pioneering platform designed and developed to acknowledge and applaud the exemplary and innovative work being done by professionals and enterprises across various fields and sectors. It is a unique initiative by the producers of events with global acclaim such as Drivers of Digital. Mind you, Drivers of Digital is currently on, the entries and nominations are open, and this is scheduled to be happening in January 2021. There are other events which Inkspell Media has been doing, which include Masters of Modern Marketing, VIDEA, and of course, India Content Leadership, the winners of which we will be announcing later in the day. It is for the first time that diversity and excellence in the technology and innovation space in different sectors shall be celebrated at such a comprehensive scale in India. So without further ado, I think we'll jump to the announcements. But before that, I think it's only fair that we acknowledge our jurors who have put in a lot of efforts and time to recognize the champions of innovation and technology today. Let me put on the presentation. Can everybody see the presentation now? All right. So our esteemed jury panel for InnTech Awards 2020 includes eminent people from the industry like Kapil Mahajan from Safe Express, Ashish Khare, Mentor Card, and D4DT Incorporation, Archie Jackson from Incido Inc., Prashant Rohadgi from Denaway, Nirvan Biswas from NBHC, Ashish Solanki from Net Brahma Studios, Arjun Satya M360 Times Internet, Francis Rodriguez HDFC Life, Vivek Mirani Magnon EG Plus, Pradeep V Kalra HCL, Mihir Karkare Miram, Rishabh Garg Gram Cover, Sujan Roy Tata Motors. We are really thankful to our jury members for putting in all the efforts and time and ensuring that we get the rightful winners for today's event. The first category today is the AR/VR application of the year, and the award for this category goes to IKEA. The next category is the best operating system for computing devices, and this award goes to Microsoft. The next award is for the best operating system for mobile devices, and this award goes to iOS. The next category is the blockchain application of the year, and this award goes to ICICI Bank. The next category is the cloud application of the year, and this award goes to WeTransfer. The next category is the IoT application of the year, and this award is backed by MG Motors. The next category is the technology disruption of the year, and this award goes to Zoom app. The next category is the technology enterprise of the year, and this award goes to Tata Consultancy Services, TCS. The next category is the technology innovation of the year, and this award is backed by new authentication for B2B payment by MasterCard. The next award is Technology Service Provider or Vendor of the Year, and this is backed by Successive Technologies Private Limited. The next award is the Technology Startup of the Year, and this award is taken by Zomato. The next award is for the Technology Superpower of the Year, and this award goes to Comviva. Next category is the best innovation by a financial sector enterprise, and this award goes to FinFlow's Bright Profink. Next category is the best implementation of technology by a consumer product sector enterprise. This award goes to Google. Our next category is the best implementation of technology by a conglomerate. And this award again is taken by Tata Consultancy Services, TCS. The next category is the best implementation of technology by a financial sector enterprise. And this award goes to SBI Card and Comviva for SBI Card Pay. The next award is for the best implementation of a technology by a financial sector enterprise. And this award goes to CRED. The next category is the best implementation of technology by a food and beverages sector enterprise. And this goes to Rebel Foods, Customer Support Excellence. The next award is for the best implementation of technology by a food and beverages sector enterprise. And this award goes to Swiggy. The next category is for the best implementation of technology by a healthcare or medical sector enterprise. And this award is backed by Pfizer. The next category is for the best implementation of technology by a media entertainment sector enterprise. And this award goes to UNLK by What Rivers Media. The next award is for the best implementation of technology by an educational sector enterprise. And this award is backed by Byju's. The next category of awards is best implementation of technology by an electronics sector enterprise. And this award goes to Samsung. The next category is best technology provider or vendor for financial technology, fintech services. This award again goes to SBI Card and Comviva for SBI Card Pay. The next award is for best integration of technology in a banking, payments, or mobile wallet application. And again, we have the winner as SBI Card and Comviva for SBI Card Pay. The next category is for the best integration of technology in a cabs or radio taxi application. This award goes to Uber. Next award is for the best integration of technology in a classified or business directory or resale marketplace application. And this award goes to OLX. The next category is the best integration of technology in a food delivery application. And this award again goes to Zomato. The next category is for the best integration of technology in a gaming application. And this award goes to Ludo King. Next category is for the best integration of technology in a grocery delivery application. And the award is backed by Amazon Pantry. The next category is for the best integration of technology in a home or personal services application. And this award is won by Urban Company. The next category is for the best integration of technology in a hotel, flight, train, or bus booking application. And this award goes to Make My Trip. The next category is for the best integration of technology in a news application. And this award goes to NDTV. The next category is for the best integration of technology in a social media or messenger or networking application. And this award goes to WhatsApp. Next category is for the best integration of technology in an entertainment, music, or movies application. And this award goes to Amazon Prime. Next category is for the best integration of technology in an online retail application. This award is backed by Flipkart. Next award is for the best integration of technology in a real estate listing application. And this award goes to Shapurji Palanji Real Estate Virturo, interactive integrated virtual platform. The next award is for the best innovation by a real estate sector enterprise. And this award again is backed by Shapurji Palanji Real Estate for its AI-based chatbot. The next category is the AI ML application of the year, and it goes to Signdesk. And I have learned that we have some representative from Signdesk who would like to speak about the entire experience and the nomination and the case study. Can we have you on the screen?
Hi, my name is Krupesh Bhatt. I'm the founder of Signdesk. First of all, thank you, Inkspell, for recognizing us. It feels great to be awarded as the best AI ML application of the year. See, the technology is power. When you use it for the right cause and to solve a real problem, the magic happens. So we have used artificial intelligence to solve a complex KYC problem in India. Each of us have like many ID proofs, and then we know that how consistent it across different ID formats. So we have solved it using AI and ML technology. And thank you for recognizing our effort in this area. It feels good to be part of this elite group. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thanks.
Moving on to our next category of awards, and it is for the best implementation of technology by an e-commerce sector enterprise. And the winner of this category is CC Avenue. Do we have some representative from CC Avenue who would like to speak about the case study?
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you.
Am I visible now?
Yes, absolutely. You are visible now.
Okay, thanks. Good afternoon, friends. I am Niedhie.
Naresh, we cannot hear you. There's some disruption in the voice.
I see.
It is,
maybe some network issue.
it is clear now, yes. Please proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On behalf of Team Infibeam Avenues, I sincerely thank the respected organizers and jury members of the InnTech Awards for honoring us with this prestigious award. We feel great pride in accepting this award, which is an appreciation of the achievements of our company in the e-commerce space. This recognition will inspire CC Avenue further, and we shall continue to develop and offer even more cutting-edge payment solutions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to the CC Avenue team. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Moving on to the next category of awards, and it is for the best technology tool solution platform or software for human resource management. And this award goes to Workshops, Employee Time and Productivity Tracking App. The next category is for the best implementation of technology by an aviation sector enterprise. Okay, I have just been signaled that the winner of the previous category, which is Workshops, Employee Time and Productivity Tracking App, is here with us, and we would love him to share a few words with us. Do we have somebody?
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm visible and audible.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you, InnTech, for this award. And frankly, we never thought that this, can come out as a product. So I would like to share a story here. Like since March this year, our all 300 employees are working out of home. And this product was actually planned for in-house use. And because it was becoming really difficult to track because we work in the software industry. So it was becoming really difficult to track like, what the employee is doing at home and where are we standing in terms of deliveries and all. So this was first thought as an internal project. And then we saw the need because there was a closed loop which came up and said that, okay, we want this application. And this is how in 9 months, the application has taken such a beautiful shape that it is able to track the time as well as productivity of the employee, like whether his time is, productive or non-productive when he's working on the system. So thank you so much for recognizing our efforts, and we continue to contribute to this sector more. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, and congratulations to the team.
Thank you.
We now move on to the next category, and it is for the best implementation of technology by an aviation sector enterprise. And this award is backed by Tata Advanced Systems Limited Cyber Security Practice. Do we have somebody from Tata Advanced Systems Limited?
Yes, of course.
The story? Yes, hi.
Hi. So I think I would just like to take this opportunity to thank Inkspell Media and all the jury members for recognizing the efforts that we have put in and also laying down their belief in us. Nothing, other than this could be a better ending for the year 2020, which has been really an unprecedented time for all of us. And winning the gold award in the category of best implementation of technology. It's an extremely proud moment for Tata Advanced Systems, especially for the aviation sector, which is one of our very, very client and esteemed client area. So with our best in-class security services and solutions, I hope we will continue to serve our valuable clients, not just in the aviation sector, but across different industries to achieve their respective goals in the coming year. So thank you everyone for internally and externally who contributed in making this a success. Thank you again. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good evening.
Thanks a lot, and congratulations once again. We shall now move to the next category of awards, and this is for the best integration of technology in educational or digital learning application. And this award goes to Sangraphy Smart Digital Classroom. Do we have a representative from the winner?
Hi.
I guess not. We'll move to the next category now. Okay, we have somebody from Sangraphy who would like to come and speak about the case study. Can we have him on the screen? This category is for the best integration of technology in an educational and digital learning application. Sangraphy is the winner for its smart digital classroom. Do we have the representative?
Hello. Good day, everybody. It's overwhelmed to hear that we have received an award from you. It's a kind of great encouragement for a company like us, and very small team we have. Actually, this particular application we have developed during this lockdown time, wherein the school managements were approached us to give some solution for this. So we have a very challenging aspect for the children where they have to, even though they are using the other applications available, they have to go through the online classes using the mobile phones. But what our application can do this, the classes can be telecast over a television. And also we are shortly working with the government of Telangana also to make it, using MOSFO's support, wherein all the classes can they can use a remote control, normal TV remote control. And this has happened because, so whenever there is a challenge, we use a technology in a right way. I mean, the miracles will happen. So that's what it has happened. And on behalf of the Sangraphy team, I thank the InnTech Awards backed by Inkspell. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot and congratulations. It is really great to see that so many success stories are coming out of this adverse situation, which has actually given a lot of people the opportunity to explore their maximum potential. Congratulations. So moving on now to the next category of awards, and this award is for the Technology Superpower of the Year. And this award is taken by Comviva. Do we have a representative from Comviva to speak? Okay, I guess not. We'll move to the next category. Okay, so that was the last category for the InnTech Awards 2020. Congratulations to all the winners and best of luck for the future. Okay, so I have been signaled that we have somebody from the Comviva team who would like to speak about their many awards that they have won. And we have him on the screen.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks to Inkspell Media and the InnTech Awards for recognizing Comviva as the technology superpower of the year. So Comviva works in multiple countries, in almost 90 countries, with its mobile financial or digital financial solutions. In India, last year, we launched with SBI Cards, which is the second largest credit card issuer in the country, SBI Card Pay, which allows people to just create virtual version of their physical cards on mobile and then tap the mobile phone to do the payment. So that's very effective in times of COVID because you do not need to touch any POS terminal, and it's just tap and pay system. So something which we are very proud of, and it came at the right time just before the COVID. So thank you again for recognizing this effort of the solution which we have developed of contactless payments. Thanks to Inkspell Media and InnTech Award.
Thank you, Mohit, and congratulations to the entire team of Comviva. With that, we come to an end for the announcements for the InnTech Awards 2020, and we shall now move to the next category for today's program, and that is the India Content Leadership Panel Discussion. So before we move on to the panel discussion, I would like to introduce the entire initiative. Allow me a moment. So the India Content Leadership is a forum designed specifically to promote content developers discuss the trends in the content industry, and identify and reward individuals, enterprises, and agencies which have done exemplary work in content development, content marketing, and content publishing online as well as offline channels and affiliate networks. So without further ado, we will now move to the panel discussion. Let me just share the screen with you. So the topic of today's panel discussion is creating branded content in a socially and politically volatile environment. And we have a very eminent panel of speakers with us. So allow me to introduce them to you. We have first the moderator, Niedhie Verma, who is the business head content for SVG Media. Our next speaker is Ankit Mehrotra, who is the co-founder and CEO at Dineout. Our next speaker is Radhika Shukla, head business development for Times Internet. The next speaker is Aman Kanjhlia, who is the head of content and brand solutions at HT Digital Streams. The next speaker is Archana Naidu, who's the director for content and communications with Upgrad. And last but not the least, we have Sheena Kapoor, who's the head corporate marketing for Edelweiss Financial Services. I shall now hand over to our moderator, Niedhie Verma, to take the panel discussion ahead. Thank you.
Thanks, Amar. Thanks for that. And thanks for the introductions. Am I audible and visible enough?
Yes, Niedhie, you are.
Great, wonderful, thank you. It's a very interesting topic that we're going to be discussing. So, what came to my mind was that it's something like I want my audiences to listen to me, but I don't know how to go about it. So is that a paradoxical challenge which most communication specialists are facing these days in an era of convergent divergence, in an era of complex audience mix, plethora of choices, minimal attention span, multi-format, multi-channel information which is available? We have an unprecedented challenge for content creators and marketers, which is communicating to an audience in a socially and politically volatile environment. A tweet may go ugly, production may get stalled, comments snowball into negative comments that threaten to share the negative share of voice over the roof. In such a scenario, how is it that various brands, various communication specialists are approaching? So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying the onset of winter from the comforts of your spaces. And so let's put your thinking hats on and let's hear it from some of the best brains in the industry. How is it that they're approaching the situation? So welcome, and the least we can do is clap for all of us here. So during the award ceremony, I was actually missing, the loud applaud that would have happened otherwise. So one question, which is a blanket question at this point of time to everybody. In this scenario, how is it that you're approaching the branded content from the perspective of vision, approach, and overall your approach to it, I would say?
I'm sorry to intervene there. I have forgotten to actually introduce one of our speakers amidst all that glitch that happened. So we also have as one of our speakers, Prachi Mohapatra, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for FBB. I would like to apologize to Prachi for having missed her because of the situation that happened. So yes, we can continue with the panel. Just wanted to introduce Prachi and include her in the session.
Hi, Prachi. Good to see you. So a blanket question for all the panelists is that as far as the branded content is concerned, what's your vision, approach, and challenges that you face on an ongoing basis with reference to branded content? Prachi, since we just said hi, can we begin with you?
You want me to take it up? So so there has been some plans, and there has been some changes in how we have approached the entire content plan pre and post this situation. I hate to say this is an unprecedented times, or it's a situation all of us are in, and I think almost all of us are just managing to get adjusted to this situation and change our playbook as it comes. So yeah, pre this situation, we entered this condition, we definitely had a different playbook to follow. And, when we entered into this entire condition, our first response as a brand was to be able to, provide and stand there for our customers. Since only essentials were allowed, we were out there, and our content was very clear that, we are open, we are stocked. And third, and the primary thing for all of us was to say that, okay, whatever way you want to reach out to us, we are there. You want WhatsApp, you want to call us, you want to place your orders online, or you want to walk in if any of the catchment allowed that. So these were the only spaces, and operationally, this is what we're doing. And from a voice on any of our medium, we definitely had this was the voice we had as a plan. Um, uh, 2 weeks into this space, and we realized that our content had to be engaging from a perspective of non-essentials also. We could not overlook it, not because none of us were allowed to sell non-essentials, not because we had to sell a non-essential. It was a space, I think, we owed it to our consumers, valuable consumers, to keep them engaged. And from a perspective of fashion, or from beauty and personal care, or from kids for that matter, we kept them engaged for it. And as soon as it opened up, of course, it took completely another turn. So yeah, as this entire session warms up, I'll come up with some of the use cases that we actually followed when it opened up, and what our voice was, and from a fashion perspective, from beauty and personal care perspective. So it actually was very interesting to see the results as well.
We definitely look forward to hear more from you on that.
Yeah.
Radhika, would you like to, delve more into the aspect of the challenges and the vision and the approach for branded content? And Ankit would love to hear your point of view as well.
Sure.
So from our perspective, see, where our business never stopped, whether during COVID time. So we were one of the few lucky ones that news always worked. Yes, the volume, and because the other businesses obviously were stalled due to COVID, and due to many businesses were completely shut down, and other businesses had to pivot. So our branded content, or even regular news content, followed the scenario which was going on for everybody. So we also cooperated with the brands in the way they worked, so that we make the platform more feasible for them to continue building long-term relationships with us.
All right. Any specific challenges that you faced? Because you talked of strength and you talked of what worked, but from the perspective that any in these past few months, are there any particular challenges specifically with reference to branded content that you faced?
See, mainly the kind of content which we had on our branded content, the kind of brands which were talking and providing editorials and sponsor content, that changed, because some brands which were around April, sorry, March was fine, but April, May was a very low period of time, for point of time, not just on branded content but other advertisement perspective also. But around June, when things started opening up, so certain brands around safety, hygiene, cleanliness, they were the first ones to come back to the market, and we had more content around that space. Then followed about the PCs and all, where people had to work from home, or students had to continue with their education. So we had that kind of branded content more on our product. So I think that cycle kept on changing as things opened up.
So more vertical oriented rather. Right. Okay. So, Ankit, you're
Yeah.
the co-founder of Dineout, and so over a period of time, what has been the approach? What's been the vision and subsequent approach, and what are the challenges which you have seen in terms of branded content over a period of time?
Sure. So, hi everyone. First of all, thanks for it's good to be here. So obviously, from an industry perspective, we were one of the worst hits because obviously restaurants shut down for a period of more than 3 months, complete lockdown, and this was completely unprecedented, right? Never in the history of world has had like this had happened, not even in World War One, two, etc. So we all of us were completely dealing with a completely sort of an unknown beast. So I'll not speak a lot about the beginning part of the lockdown, but let's talk a little bit more about when things started to open up and that the phases of unlock 1, 2, 3, etc. Now being part of an industry which thrives on people dining out, visiting restaurants, and all of a sudden this entire concept around social distancing and all, it was a complete sort of a paradox to what we had always been dealing with. And and at that point in time, it's also a challenge to what do you want to tell your users. And we work with 50,000 plus restaurants across India. We have millions of users who are dining out, and obviously when the environment is not safe to dine out, so obviously during the lockdown we didn't tell anyone that you should be dining out. But once the lockdown is has been lifted and we are in the phase of unlock, it becomes very important to start communicating to people that okay, you can go out. But as soon as we started doing that towards the early part of August, September, there was a lot of backlash that we started getting in terms of, oh, you guys are promoting dining out, it's not safe. And so there was a backlash that started happening. And at that point in time, what we were obviously looking to do was change our strategy around this and make people realize that at the like basically behind every restaurant is either an entrepreneur or someone, the people and the faces behind restaurants. So what I'm trying to say is that earlier, as part of a strategy, it always used to be highlight the restaurant and highlight the discounts, etc., that are being offered at the restaurant. Now, after that, the entire content shifted from highlighting the restaurants to highlighting the people behind the restaurants, telling their story. Because at the end of the day, these are also people who suffered massively, right? The restaurant industry in India has probably been one of the worst affected as part of the lockdown. Second largest employer of human capital in India, around 8 million people work within the industry. 40% of them will lose their jobs. Nearly 40% of restaurants will never open back up again. So it becomes very important to highlight the journey and the struggles of the people working within the industry. So we did campaigns with with owners, with wait staff, with chef, with bartenders. We were able to showcase how restaurants are sort of taking an effort in making their places or following safety and hygiene norms, making their places safe for customers to visit, dine out again. So I think that was a shift that we had to make in terms of our entire content strategy, and basically bring the people to the forefront. And we were sort of, so it worked for us in a way that we got, once we started doing that, we got some great sort of good recognition out of it. But I think what was also heartening to see is that big brands also started following through. So for example, Facebook just recently launched a campaign about around small mithai wala, so the idea is that bringing that people to the forefront, etc., that really worked for us. And that's something that we continue to hopefully that is what it should get people sort of going out in the future.
So this time it's been a marginal shift in terms of your approach from a service focus to more of a people focus and people centric approach. So when was the last that there was a marginal shift in approach that happened?
To be honest, since for the last few years, it's always been the same. It's always been highlight the restaurant or highlight the discount or highlight the cuisine. So typically so I wouldn't actually call it a marginal shift, because typically the way people talk about brands, and especially dining out and restaurants, has completely changed. And it's not just from our perspective. I'm talking about the entire industry overall, whether it's a Swiggy or a Zomato as well. Like if you would have seen lately, everyone's started to talk a lot more about the people involved, whether it's the delivery guys or the wait staff or the chefs. Everyone started to bring a lot more human element to the picture, that it's not just you who's getting affected. It's millions of other people who are working within the industry who are getting affected, and we have to do our bit for them. So it's part of that shift. So I wouldn't call it just marginal, because typically, the narrative across the F&B industry and across aggregators over the last couple of years has always been the same. These are the restaurants go out, get discount, get discount, get discount. Now the main shift, I would say, is to get people to feel safe, whether it's for them to be able to order food from restaurants or for them to be able to go visit restaurants. The idea is that it's all shifted to safety and hygiene, etc. So it was quite a major shift. I wouldn't say it was just a marginal shift.
Right. All right. Sheena, since you're into the BFSI segment, and so, what is, from the branded content perspective, it's almost diametrically opposite to what Ankit would probably, how is it that he's approaching it? What's your take in terms of, the vision approach and the challenges with reference to branded content?
So first of all, hi everyone, and thanks Niedhie and Inkspell for having me and the rest of the panelists here. I wouldn't say the approach is diametrically opposite to what Ankit discussed. Having said that, how we approach, branded content is, in three facets. One strong pillar is to do with synergies of brand attributes. For Edelweiss Group, it is about being progressive, being empathetic, being authentic, being an expert, being positioned as a thought leader. Those are the set of attributes that we constantly monitor and like to build synergies on. The second pillar is around affinity with our customer audiences across segments that we may have across businesses, because we're a very large, diversified services conglomerate. So at one end of the spectrum, we have a bhel puri vendor in Kochi who we're probably catering to with affordable. On the other end of the spectrum, literally, we were looking after wealth management solutions for UUHNIs or family offices. The third bucket really is about the art of storytelling, really the content per se. And it's really at the cusp, the triangulation of these three in terms of the approach that we really, delve into. For us, in terms of the challenge, we're probably the only brand in the country as a financial services space who has a long-term partnership with Indian Olympic Association. So we've always been very strong supporters and evangelists on the sports arena, and our partnership with the IOA has been a 4-year partnership starting 2016 right up to 2020, where, as principal sponsors for Team India for Olympics. I think that was the big challenge that COVID really threw a big spanner in the works, because we had really geared up with all our marketing ammunition and content to really go out there and build support for Team India, for Tokyo 2020. So that was the real challenge that we faced because, the plans really got, we had made certain commitments, and, we had to really shelf all of that. And hopefully, obviously we've deferred this to next year. So, but what we saw, is an opportunity to really come out and use this time to engage with our customers and audience, to come up with content which is very sensitive, because you've also mentioned about, socially, politically, environment in this situation where, where all of us are aware of the huge migrant crisis that has unfolded right before our eyes. And this is the biggest crisis in terms of humanitarian grounds globally. So what we decided to do was actually launch an entire initiative called Help Your Help. So that's the content that we came up with, where we actually curated schemes, government yojanas and schemes which are meant for the community, which is, the domestic help or the migrant community. And the set of schemes are, and to our surprise, we realized that there were over 9,000, 10,000 such schemes. So we actually got about, and literally in about 2 to 3 months, we put together an entire portal. Whenever you get a chance, please do go log on helpyourhelp.com. But it's really about the likes of all of us in this room who employ this community to be able to empower them and to play a bigger role. And there's no product selling here. There is no consumer selling here. It is really about content, which is truly being sensitive, socially responsible, and wanting to make a difference.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I'll just add over here and ask you, Sheena, that are social responsibility parameters changing the approach to branded content from an industry and from a very holistic perspective, like a 10,000 feet above?
No, absolutely. As marketers in this forum and even amongst the viewers or audience that have tuned in, there is purpose-driven marketing which has taken center stage. And it is no longer just about a byline or a statement. It is more and more today, organizations and brands have become conscientious and conscious about the ethos and the core from a purpose perspective. And it could be different elements and parameters and facets that you could take, whether it is about financial inclusion, whether it is about social upliftment, whether it is about environmental impact, whether it is about, being socially responsible in terms of gender diversity, or in terms of even in terms of being economically, environmentally sustainable. So the entire ESG space has, come into play now more than ever. Consumers today gravitate towards brands who they perceive to be more authentic and purpose driven. So I think the whole narrative has changed. And for us also, I think, it really separates the boys from the men if you're able to really go out there and build purpose into the marketing framework, and into every aspect, not just lip speak. So to just give an example for us, the entire association with sports, while it was a differentiation strategy, it was also very socially relevant, simply from the point of view that if you look at it, in Indian context, from a sporting element, cricket reigns supreme. So from any marketer, ROI, visibility, reach, awareness, those metrics, you would tend to gravitate towards signing on ambassadors or cricketers. But we consciously, deliberately chose to stay away from that and actually uplift the alternative sports platform, which is the Olympians. And, the stories of grit, and stories from tier 2, tier 3, these Olympians who are going on to represent India at the world's biggest arena of Olympics, and they don't really have the voice or the brands queuing up for support. And that was the ethos behind our support, and our association with them.
That's really wonderful, Sheena. So good to hear that. And I'm sure that a lot of people who are online right now would have really loved to hear this from you.
Thank you.
Prachi, I just wanted to check with you that how is it that your brand has redefined the risk appetite in a sensitive status quo, I would say.
I mean, see, risk is there whenever you are planning to go away and move away from what you have always built as guardrails for your brand. External conditions are definitely there, which play or a voice in what you have to say. But what I always believed in as a brand, we always believed in that we have to stay true to the brand that we are talking about. We have to stay true to the few USPs or the pillars that we are building the brand on. Look at us, we are a mass fashion brand, and we definitely had to stay true to what we had to say. And the situation, see, the situation today might be something very different, when you say it is not conducive from a marketing perspective. Of course, every moment is out there for everybody else to judge you. So definitely it becomes a very sensitive area to play on. But we have always held this true, that if there is a risk outside, first look inwards and just stay true to what you have been trying to represent the brand as. And I think everything else falls in place. For that matter, I think yesterday when we were having a discussion about this entire conversation about viral marketing, I think, as Sheena rightly mentioned, authenticity or an empathetic brand is the one that stands out, and that makes your brand actually catch up and be actually shared as from a word of mouth perspective, and that then becomes viral. So this entire conversation about viral marketing, moment marketing, risk appetite of a brand, I think it just has to do with a lot to look inwards first, and then reacting to external conditions will be always there. Always trying to react to what is happening externally might not be the right way to go ahead for any brand.
Very useful. Archana, as an ad tech entity, how do you approach the challenge communicating to a complex audience mix?
Am I audible? Am I visible? No, I was not asking the question. I was just talking about the two most important statements that we've been making, and 2020 has been the year of learning. And I'm not saying 2020 has been a year of learning because I'm from EdTech. It has been a teacher of sorts. So thank you. Having been part of the last year's event and having witnessed this online, I think it's been a very, very long and fruitful journey. I take this year 2022 and what we are all, I mean, you saw so many innovations coming out of necessity. So that apart, so my sentiment about the COVID and the pandemic is, I feel that this was a much needed lesson for humanity that has been taught to us, and it will remain a continuum. Being in EdTech and as a part of the whole education technology ecosystem, it has been a great year for us because what we've been really trying to impress upon and convince and convey to everybody that learning has to be a lifelong process has been delivered by realities. And now everybody knows and is in tandem with the thought that you need to be a lifelong learner. From the point of view, I agree with all of you who are saying that you need to be a storyteller, you need to be contextual, you need to have an impact business, you need to be, I will want to add two more elements to it, which is trust and service. In this time of pandemic and otherwise, brands have learned to make sure that they are of some use, the utility and the impact to their audience. How they convey this is through various mediums. If I have to talk about it, since you asked about how are we dealing with this, from Upgrad's branded content point of view, we did a lot of experimentation. If you look at the Aage Ki Soch campaign, which was a musical anthem with Radhika Apte and 17 other artists, we created an anthem of sorts which became viral. Now, why do we needed to do that? Because we are EdTech and we are a serious brand, we are into learning and education. We wanted to engage with our youth, our learners who are generally bored and they were frustrated. So we wanted to bring a cheer to their life and the relatability factor to it. If you look at the latest campaign, which is Naam Ki Nahi Kaam Ki Degree, again brings out a very relevant and a relatable factor that don't lick ass, kick ass. That kind of got us into a lot of media, a lot of virality, because you spoke about virality. One thing which we live to tell a story is, you may hate us, you may love us, but you can't be indifferent to us. And that is something that the brands are vying for attention. The last bit is on the content. Yes, the life of a content producer and a content curator has changed, right? From how to curate content and then to produce content, whether it is video, audio. We've all learned a lot in this last few months, that how can you create world-class content, even if you are stuck up in your home or in your native places. So that, according to me, was an innovation, and that's again a continuum. I'd like to just quickly add this, that one of the things that I have learned and we have learned as a brand is to be relevant and not have one size fit all kind of branded messages to your audience. If I'm catering to an 18-year-old, vis-a-vis I'm catering to a 40-year-old, my messaging, my storytelling, my storyboarding, my concepts have to be completely changed to the B towns and the metros and to the international audience. the B towns or the Bharat, as we call it as marketeers, everybody's tapping onto them because everybody knows that that's the biggest spend geography. But sadly so, and all of us are guilty of that, we never customize content for them. And one of the proof to the puddings is when we curated something for the Bharat, being very, very relatable to them. And this was not part of our branded content exercise. We got around 12 million views in 25 days without spending even a penny. So that's the power of content, and that's the power of context that each one of us as community have to learn. And yeah, I'll come to more points when you ask me those questions.
Great, thanks, Archana. And, totally in sync with you. When you talk of Bharat and we talk of segmentation and positioning of content. So super, great to hear from you. Ankit, coming back to you again, what has been your experience with moment marketing? What has been the backlash, though, you sort of mentioned about it. And how is it that as a brand that you've handled that backlash, if at all?
Yeah. No, see, I think as marketers and as all brands, we all need to appear to be in sync with what is being spoken about our social media, etc. And as a result, all of us do try to, sort of do stuff all the time, which is right in it, right, just in moment sort of a thing. And as brands, that's something that that's very short-lived. However, it has a very high risk of sometimes things going wrong. So I'll give you a very small example of very recently where we had to face a lot of backlash. And so for example, Navratris are there, and then we all know that Navratris is all, especially across North India and all, and mostly is all vegetarian. And then Dussehra is when typically most of India sort of starts eating non-veg. And that's what we, so, on the day of Dussehra, that's what we sort of started, our ads across social media, etc. That's all they were all about. And then all of a sudden we got this huge backlash from, sort of the right wing or whatever you want to call them, that, oh, being a Hindu festival, how are you guys promoting non-veg and etc. That was something that we were just completely caught unaware, because obviously that is not the intention. The intention was this is what people across the country are doing, and that is what, as part of that, so as part of our core offering, we have to sort of, that's what we were telling our consumers to do. So I think there's a very thin line between sometimes trying to do everything just for the sake of it, trying to appear just in the moment, and getting it right or getting it wrong. And we've seen multiple such examples across from major brands. We all saw the recent Tanishq controversy that happened around Diwali, and I thought it was a great campaign. But still, so my point is that you have to take all of this with a pinch of salt, to be honest, because of the simple fact that we're in a environment where the attention span of consumers is very short, and that's why we all try to outdo ourselves. We're trying to come up with these witty or great campaigns, and sometimes we will get it wrong. You cannot always get it right 100% of the time, and we've seen major brands do that. We've seen we've seen everyone sort of fail at that. And however, my take on this is that we still have to you still do it, and it just there's no reason for you not to do something like this. And there's no reason for you to, just because you had one bad experience or you had a backlash, to stop doing it. So I think it's important to be topical. I think it's important to be on point with what's happening. So for example, while this was bad, around the US elections, we had a great campaign where we were able to come up with some witty campaigns, etc. And a lot of people did that. So I think it's just a matter of what works and what doesn't work, and stick with it.
So on a hindsight, do you think you would have done something differently, or do you think that you've got to take it with a pinch of salt, as you said, and keep going at it? Because there are two approaches to it. One is that is it better to be fluid in your approach, or is it that you become a little stoic about it? So
no, I definitely don't think being stoic is the right approach, because at the end of the day, you need to decide, or you need to know where the intent is coming from. Like, for example, in our case, the idea was that across India, people are breaking their fasts, are looking to go out, and that's what the intent was, and it had nothing to do with religion. And for some people to interpret it that way, that's always going to be the case, and you just have to sort of ignore it and just sort of move ahead. Whereas sometimes people do try to jump on the bandwagon just to try to make a point and be cheeky about it. So I think that also comes out. So I think it's just about sort of doing what you're doing. And I'm going to give another example. So right now, in the last couple of days, we are seeing a huge controversy happening around, I think, Zomato for advertising on some Republic channels, etc. Now they're just advertisers doing their job, and that's sparked up some major sort of debates around it. But the fact is that I don't think so that's wrong, right? So it's all about the context, that what you are saying it in, how you are doing it, and I think you have to, as a brand, sometimes stick to it.
So if I'm understanding it correctly, your implication is that, there's an audience, so you're slicing the audiences, and yet you're doing what needs to be done. And some audiences will tend to fall,
absolutely, always, you can never please everyone, especially in a digital environment where, sharing is, as it can become viral, so viral easily. And if things go wrong, it can become, sort of, it can go wrong also very quickly. As I said, the plan, or the point I'm trying to make, is that if it's a thought out campaign, and if it is not offending, or if it is not in a sort of a cheeky way, or not taking a dig at something, it's fine, and sometimes things will backfire, but that doesn't mean that you stop doing it. That's the only point I'm just trying to sort of make over here.
Perfect. Aman, I'm going to pick your brains from where Ankit has, left the conversation, which is that how is it that you ensure virality of content, or how is it that, you'll work on campaigns for certain brands, and, while either avoiding controversy, or, while at the planning stage itself, kind of ensuring how is it that you're approaching the branded content for that particular brand?
Sure, Niedhie. To take off from what Ankit just mentioned, see, one cannot approach creating content from the thought that, well, there's going to be digital lynching. If lynching has to happen, it'll happen. What I would want to do, and this has been the ethos of how we go about preparing content for us, is that we ensure that, one, it is relevant, it's topical if that's the need, but it's consistent. For us, consistency matters a lot. When the pandemic hit us, it wasn't just about us as a publisher, as HT evolving, it was also the brands evolving. Everyone was trying to understand what to do. In fact, some of my conversations have lasted hours with a lot of brands trying to figure out what is the right approach. There's been no precedent, right? So which I can fall back on and say, okay, this was the right approach. And all of a sudden, I had in a particular month, I think if I'm not mistaken, May, June, July, I had an average of about 70 to 72 webinars that I was managing, because end of the day, for everyone, the fallback was, let's do a webinar. So, everything that was supposed to be an offline kind of an event came online. The topics varied. Now, as the pandemic as months and days went by, content also thereby started to get evolved. When I say evolved, we created, and during the lockdown, we ended up creating a fictional web series for brands. And in fact, here, just look at BFSI as a sector. Now, all of a sudden, people weren't ready to spend. They were trying to save. There were salary cuts. There were fear of job losses and everything. Business was shutting down. So the saving as a concept came in. Now, when saving came in, now they had money sparked for people who were still earning a living. They had money parked in a bank earning a very minimal rate of interest. Now I have a couple of my mutual fund partners who came on board with me to create a fictional web series as to how to utilize best secured investments, and which will give you returns over a short, mid, and a long-term basis. I would have never dreamt, went viral. I got more than 5 to 6 million views on just a couple of episodes that I created for that. And never, as I said, I would have imagined that something like that would go viral. But because it was moment marketing, because it was very topical at that moment, it kind of hit a chord with the right audience. So what I insisted and what we did was consistent creation of content. not with the intent of making it go viral. Yes, that's a marketer's dream to make it go viral. But as I said, in fact, when we were discussing this yesterday, also viral by what is virality? Virality by nature is uncontrollable. I can't control it. As Ankit also rightly mentioned, there was Tanishq, the problem that happened with Tanishq. It was a beautiful ad. In fact, it took me back some 6 years or 7 years back when Google had come up with this ad where it was a relationship they were trying to show between an India and Pakistan, during the thing. And I said, if there was a problem right now, why wasn't the Google ad flag? I mean, that was also as blatant as that could be. So, one cannot get into the fear of digital lynching. One just goes about creating good content, hope that it goes viral. And that is what kind of works for us and the brands.
Now, another point, when you're talking of good content, right? Every marketer or a communication expert wants to create content from the perspective that it's from the very genesis that it's a good content. Now, of course, there has to be that apt marriage between the brands. There's a certain ethos which needs to be followed. There's certain brands who could be more ready to take risk, and there could be certain brands who could be risk aversive. And at the same point of time, at HT, you are a brand which would have certain ethos and values, yourself. So when creating branded content, how is it that you kind of arrive at a midpoint? So from the perspective that there's a marketing a senior marketing professional who wants things a certain way, and probably HT wants it a certain way. So could you share some instances where there could have been a certain I wouldn't say clash, but certain different viewpoints, and how is it that you kind of resolved it and created a content which actually then went on to do wonders?
See, the brands that I work for are Indian brands. I am an Indian brand myself. So the ethos don't really differ that much. There'll be slight difference of opinions here and there, but then overall, from a content creation point of view, it doesn't matter. And I'll give you an example. And this, as an example, has been used in many of the work that we've done in the recent past. See, content has always been there. Storytelling has always been there. It is just the delivery mechanisms that have evolved. And I always cite this example that during my growing up years, when I was in school and college, there used to be a 1 hour of Ramayana and Mahabharata that I used to watch. That was content in which that entire 1 hour of episode used to get devoted just to show two arrows coming from two different directions and colliding, and that is the end of the episode. That was content. We enjoyed that content, we followed that content, we waited for the next week to arrive for us to. Now I have to develop content which has to tell a story within 15 seconds, right? That's the attention span that people currently have. And I think Facebook, it was that created this concept of thumb stoppers, where you're creating 15-second videos which tell a story, and at the end of it have to be effective, have to be told very well. So that is a conflict where I do have certain brands who come and tell me that, okay, I'll stick to the example of a webinar because that seems to be the case for the season, that I want to do a webinar where we want to talk for 40 minutes. And I said, no, please don't do that, because if you do that, you won't have people. I'll end up buying audience for you, which you also as a brand marketer know that that's how it works. So if you really want something nice, sharp and good, which is going to be effective, let me help you define that. I do understand the audience. Currently, if HT overall on my group, if I have close to 200 million unique visitors who come on my digital platforms, I understand them to an extent. I have done my research. I understand their attention span will not be for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending on the content that I'm trying to create. So, those are the kind of conflicts that one kind of comes up with right now. Also, as I said, delivery of content is evolving, which means that today the BFSI sector, I mean, where I was talking about mutual funds, what we did, we for the first time, I guess not for the first time really, but it's not been happening regularly. We did a marriage between branded content and editorial, which meant that all the articles, all the videos that I created were brand agnostic, though there was a brand paying me money for it, but I made it brand agnostic, and I spoke about relevant topics which kind of suited the current environment, but at the same time I made it very simple. I kind of dumbed it down for a person, a millennial or a Gen Z who do not understand finance that much. What we tried to do was sexify some, and this comes from my client itself who says finance is boring. So how really I could kind of sexify that and make it interesting is what we tried to do. So things like that. And in fact, just about a month back during the lockdown, we produced yet another web series. And during the lockdown, all of us have become chefs. All our latent talents are coming out, where we started cooking, creating stuff. And then I had this brand who came up to me and said that, can I create a web series where I show millennials and my gadgets being as product placements. And we went ahead and created a 6-part web series for him. Again, the fight was that, can I create something which is 20 minutes per episode? I said, no, it doesn't work. I wanted an episode not more than 6 or 7 minutes. We kind of compromised on about 10 to 12, which is okay still. I produced about 17 minutes of content overall, spread over 6 weeks. And it worked brilliantly. Today, I'm sitting at over 10 million views. Yes, there was some marketing involved, but overall, that kind of worked.
Great. Sheena, I would, take your viewpoint, on what Aman just shared. As a brand, if you were to have some branded content on HD, for instance, on a hypothetical this thing, what is it that your expectation would be? Do you see like a sync, in this, or is there, as a brand, would you demand something different? Would you demand something more? Your viewpoint, please.
You're almost setting the stage for Aman to call me right after this panel.
Not at all, but it could be
right.
interesting.
So I don't think it is HD versus XYZ or any other platform. It's not so much.
No, I just meant to say, if there is a platform, which is triple, because there is a certain very strong, vision and a very strong approach that as a brand you're having, and then Aman's talked of certain challenges, and he's also said that, how is it that through editorial or through other means, you would. So just want to understand, that how is it that, what would be your expectation as far as the branded content is concerned, especially in the socially and politically volatile environment, where let's say Aman comes up and he approaches you after this call for something. So what is it that you would expect him or any other platform per se?
Right. So before I set my expectations from him, I need to be clear what I'm expecting the content to deliver. So I think it's first and foremost, it starts from there. What is the brief? What is the objective of the content? What is it that it's trying to deliver for the brand or the business? Are we looking at a thought leadership platform? Then there is a certain content that I have in mind and a certain publisher platform that I have in mind. If I'm looking at creating, marketing amplification for a campaign that we've launched already, whether it's a product centric or a brand centric campaign, then there is a certain other content and therefore narrative that I have in mind. If it is content that I want to create, which is about creating an engagement, client engagement, curated experiences, where I want to build exclusivity, where I want to, dial up a certain imagery parameter for ourselves. If it is about highlighting, boutique exclusive wealth management services that, my organization would provide to very niche clientele. So it really depends. And so that's really the starting point for any content strategy, really. Having said that, like I mentioned earlier on, it's really a triangulation the way I see it. One is, what are the brand attributes? And therefore, is there synergy with the platform? The second is the audience affinity. So if it is HD or any other publisher platform, are they catering to the audience or customer segment that I'm wanting to engage with or talk to or pitch, whether it is in terms of prospective clients, whether it is in terms of building traction, and so on and so forth. The third is the entire content in itself. Does the idea, the narrative, the story, he spoke about web series or he spoke about webinars, does that have merit to engage, or is it just going to be another Me Too product out there? So from our perspective, we have various frameworks and models, but one such framework that we look at every content, that we really strive to put out there is the what we call as the DOR model, DOR model, which is really D is for differentiated, O is for ownable, that it is ownable, from an Edelweiss standpoint, and R is that whether it is relevant, from the contextual space. The challenges that he spoke about, or you touched upon, from being volatile, whether it is, socially, political, economically, all of those facets. For us, really, because, we are a BFSI player, right? So we're highly regulated. Therefore, for us, we have to be very cognizant and cautious and conscious of being in the guardrails of, doing or not doing something that could have a, possible backlash. And for us, vis-a-vis any other industry or peer set, the repercussions can be huge. So we're very, very, cognizant of the risk. Every communication that goes out from our stable has a compliance and legal okay. There's nothing that goes out without the compliance okay. Having said that, again, there are certain facets that we have deliberately decided to stay away from. Narrative, which is around politically charged. We deliberately stay away from any such narrative. Any kind of narrative which is spiritual, religious, gods, X God versus Y God. We stay away from narratives like that. So political, religious sentiments and spiritual, we stay away from such context because these are very volatile subjects. And especially in social media, you have a lot of, audience and users who are mischief makers. And they're looking for such hooks. There are a lot of Vela people out there on social media who want to create, demons and monsters out of innocent content. I think, the Tanishq example is a very unfortunate incident. And it was different from the Google incident, Aman, that you spoke about, simply because for the last couple of years and in the recent space, from a news perspective, it is love jihad. And there have been those incidents, which wasn't really relevant from the Google context. And we therefore stay with narrative, which is progressive. And I'll give you a very, small cue, like as subtle as if we have to show a relationship manager talking to a prospective client and signing, for a insurance policy or a mutual fund or a broking account or whatever, we try and actually have women relationship managers. Typically, it doesn't even strike. Most of the ads and messages that you see, communication, will have male dominated. But because we are very conscious, again, from a women empowerment narrative that we seek to dial up. So those are subtle cues that we keep planting, therefore. So yeah, it's really about a marriage, synergistic attributes. Like I mentioned, triangulation of content that really fits the objective that you have set out for.
Great, thanks. So, with all the engaging discussion, we just realized we're a little short on time. So I'll just have two quick questions, one for Archana and for Radhika. So let me first touch base, Radhika. In a socially and politically environment like these days, how do you ensure an optimal balance between news, which is objective at one end, and branded content that has an element of emotions or subjectivity attached to it?
Times of India is a large group with multiple sub brands under it, and each brand has slightly different guidelines. While, for example, a mainstream brand like Times of India would be more would have to take a different kind of approach versus an India Times or other brands. So I think it's most important. Like, brands have their own guidelines, which Sheena mentioned. We will not talk about this kind of content, etc. Similarly, news media, all news media outlets have such guidelines. I mean, I would not specifically, for example, a Times of India usually takes a middle path, and it is a little more cheeky and risk taking compared to say a Hindu, which would be more conservative. So we do adhere to the brand guidelines, like we do adhere to the editorial guidelines. There are certain more things which we can do with the branded content, but eventually it has to appear informative and not intrusive to the content. The other thing also we have to, since we are always in touch with our customers, right? It's not a campaign which we roll out to find and understand our customer. And even a news item as simple as a factual GDP shrinking or anything, if I post on social media, I get a lot of negative comments, and we are sort of used to it, right? That there will be some comment and some backlash, and no matter what you say. So that part we are used to it, but we try to stay neutral in terms of our stance. And the other very important point is that where you place it in the news cycle, the sponsored content in the news cycle is also very important. So for example, when this China bash, this COVID and this border tensions, etc., were coming, and then there was a full page ad about China and relationships with China in third page of some large dailies. So that became a controversial topic, right? And there was a lot of backlash on Twitter and all media. So as a brand, and not just us, and every news media, we have to be careful where to place it in the news cycle. When the emotions are already riding high on a certain thing. So some brands can afford to take a risk with it, but news media brands which have large mass appeal have to be more careful with the way the news, with the brand, where the branded content is placed. So we usually try to try to work with brands where there is some, with a long-term relationship with the brand, where we can co-create and jointly co-create content, where we understand the brand better and brand also understands our audience better. And also try to work on campaigns where there is a positive reinforcement of some sort of good coming out of it.
So basically, your strategy for a socially and politically volatile environment is that you have multiple products within the Times group, and there's a continuum of high risk to low risk. So the brand can typically choose where is it that they want to sit across, the various brand and product, and what is the sort of branded content that they'd like to position with reference to that particular, let's say, product of the Times group. So that is largely the approach, which is actually quite interesting and good for the brands, I would say. Right. Okay. One question I have for Ankit before I, kind of have one last one for you, Archana, which is what are the sort of campaigns that you'd never do? Any particular campaign that you think the brand went overboard and it backfired for them?
So are you asking from a personal perspective, brand perspective, or general?
Well, actually, you can take it up either ways. I was actually talking more from your perspective, but
sure,
however you're comfortable.
Again, I think things that we would never do are actually, what was just mentioned as well. So we try to stay away from religious, especially because of the current, not just the current environment, but because across, we all have these problems across different regions, across eating meat, or etc., etc. So those are some things that we always sort of try to stay away from, because there are just a lot many people out there who would want to interpret things in a very different way. And even the Dussehra campaign that I spoke about earlier just showed us that while it was not meant at all like that, it just sort of, people can pick up anything from anywhere and just make it into a big deal. So anything that is to do with religion or with politics. And when we say about politics, it's not about politics also has a very sort of a thin line, and especially, and when I say this, we're also conscious that food is that one thing that cuts across everything, right? Whether it's across religions, etc. But still we try to consciously sort of stay away from it, because at the end of the day, sometimes we consciously believe that the effort in trying to sort out these like a mess that you might find yourself into is not worth the effort, because of the fact that is not what the mainstay of our platform is. At the end of the day, our platform is about restaurants and great food and great experiences, and that's what I want to be promoting, and not trying to figure out how to deal with the sort of the social media jihadists or whatever you want to sort of call them. So that's something that we always try to stay away with. However, the one thing that we do like to sort of engage in is a lot of friendly banter with other brands, who are either within our space or not within our space, but who are doing some great stuff. So we've done some great sort of banter, whether it's with Swiggy's or Netflix or other brands, etc. So there's always some fun stuff to be fun stuff can be done, which is out there, and it's about just picking the right thing. Another thing, and this is very important, which we try to stay away from, is anything that's affecting sort of a negative sentiment globally. Like, for example, when COVID started, while the industry was hit massively, we consciously stayed away from it. And we know a lot of brands who try to do something cheeky with COVID or the messaging around that, and that backfired. So those are some of the things that we sort of try to stay away from.
So sense of humor with a little bit of common sense.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. All right. So, okay. So at one point of time, we've had Amol, who's done a tongue-in-cheek for the longest period that we can think of, and done it well, done it successfully. And yet today we are in times when the sense of humor, so as to say, doesn't seem to be optimal, or which has actually led to the socially and politically volatile environment, which is what we're discussing. Just a quick one-liner mentoring statement that you'd like to give to people who are young, in this field, marketing professionals, communication professionals, and what is it that one piece of advice that you'd give to those who are with this particular topic which you're talking of in terms of branded content in socially and politically volatile environment? So Prachi, I'll start with you.
So yeah, only one piece of advice. One piece of, I don't know if it's advice or not. Never forget that before marketers, you yourself are customers. So that's something all of us should take away with a lot of humbleness and humility, and that's the basis of customer centricity, I believe. Niedhie, you're muted.
Yeah, I just said brilliant, and I realized that, okay, I mean, wasn't audible.
Thank you.
That's really wonderful. Radhika, your one piece of advice. You're on mute, just as I was a second back.
Yeah, sorry. I would say that stay true to your brand. Like, I mean, you can't change yourself overnight because of the situation that is changing. So stay true to your brand.
Great. Sheena, a word of advice from you?
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with Radhika, which is really about, be authentic and empathetic. I think that's definitely the calling for every brand and marketer.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Aman?
For me, it's always been about, and this the advice I give is be consistent, be authentic, be original. And if you do that all with passion, you will have a winner.
Wonderful. Archana?
Yeah, I'll just quickly take a moment and say that the Amul ad was not about sense of humor, it was about hyper relatability.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
but it did have a little sense
of humor. Yes, so the whole relatability factor to it and the recency factor to it was something which was like, wow, it is so commonsensical yet so different, right? So my one piece of advice would be, which I live, is be real and be relatable to your customer.
Wonderful. Ankit?
Yeah, so I think for me it would be don't be afraid to try new stuff. Definitely go with in the moment stuff. But also, when you get it wrong, and invariably you will get it wrong, be quick to apologize as well and move on, because these things do not obviously stick forever. So yeah.
Great, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you
to each and every one of you. We've had a great session. Some great insights coming from experiences individually, from brands, from the industry perspective, and a common thought that I think that resonated across has been that to be authentic, human. Your content should be around trust, relevant, engage, and be of service. So I think as long as these which has come from the panelists themselves as long as the brands are following these, and as long as the platforms are giving the opportunities, no matter what the situation is, no matter how volatile the environment may be, and no matter what challenges which we may be facing, either from an external environment perspective or from unprecedented times, I think brands are going to rock, and the platforms are going to support. So thank you so much. Any last words if anybody wants to say, and otherwise we'll sign out.
Thank you so much. I think it was a pleasure talking to all of you. And Sheena, yes, I'll call you.
Sure thing. Definitely. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Niedhie, for an excellent moderation and summing up the entire discussion for all of us. Thanks to all the panelists for such an insightful and engaging session on a topic which is trending so much right now. So we will now move on to the next and the much awaited section of the program for today, which is the India Content Leadership Awards announcements. And we will not take much time before we jump to the presentation. So the India Content Leadership ICL 3.0 Awards and Conference, the conference bit we have already covered, and the awards are yet to be announced. This event is co-powered by Global Trends Forum and organized by the India Creative Industries Council in association with Inkspell Media. We would like to acknowledge the efforts of our esteemed jurors whose time and efforts have really materialized today's event for us and has recognized the champions of the content industry for this year. So to begin with, I would like to mention all our jury members and thank them for their time and efforts. To begin with, we have Piali Das Gupta, who's the Senior Vice President for Marketing at Columbia Pacific Communities. We have Jay Gotecha, who's the who heads marketing for MA Entertainment. We have Raja Chakravarti, who is the Business Director for Luxury Grooming Segment for Raymond Consumer Care. We have Nandita Khere, who is the consultant at Rembrandt Consulting. We have Prachi Mohapatra, who we've also heard in the panel session, which has just concluded. She is the Chief Marketing Officer at FVB. Manav Sethi, the Chief Marketing Officer at Octro Inc. Rohan Jain, Marketing Head, English and Infotainment Channels with Sony Pictures Networks India. Ayush Roy, Director of Content for Dream 11. Rituraj Bidwai, who's the Digital Marketing Head at Sobha Limited. Balaji Vaidyanathan, Marketing Director, CEE MEA, Franklin Templeton. Imran Kadri, who's the Head of Marketing and PR for Harley Davidson India. Divya Dikshit, SVP Marketing, Analytics and Direct Revenue for Alt Balaji. Binda De, who is the Head of Marketing for Red Chilies Entertainment. Amit Sethia, Chief Marketing Officer for the Siska Group. Anil Kumar Singh, National SEO Director for Neo. Sheena Kapoor, Head Corporate Marketing, Edelweiss Financial Services. Radhika Shukla, Head of Business Development for Times Internet. Okay, so with that, we come to the end of the acknowledgements for our jurors. And now we shall declare the results for the India Content Leadership Awards 2020. To begin with, the first category is the non-fiction content on social platforms, special mention. And this award goes to the ABC project. Do we have somebody from the ABC project to speak about the campaign or the overall experience of nominating and winning this award?
Yes, I'm present from the ABC project.
Hi, please proceed.
Hello. Thank you so much for this award. We all at the ABC project are extremely grateful and very, very thankful for this award. This means a lot to us since we have just begun. And I would first like to thank my partner, Dia, who's always helped me throughout this project and with the person who I started this project with. I would like to thank my amazing, amazing team of friends who I work with on this project. This wouldn't have been possible without them. I would like to thank my family, my friends, everybody who's been part of the journey, and all the people who've been part of the project. It's been an amazing journey, and we look forward to having more of these. Thank you so much for this opportunity again.
Thank you so much, and congratulations for the award.
Thank you so much.
We will now move to our next category of awards, and it is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for a cause, NPO, NGO, or CSR. And this award goes to Girl Effect, Chaja Khullam Khulla campaign. Do we have somebody from the Girl Effect who can come up on the screen and speak about the campaign?
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello. Thank you, everyone. I'm really pleased to receive this award from us. Girl Effect is a not-for-profit organization. We make content that inspires girls, that helps them write their own story. And I think for us, Khullam Khulla has been, we're really glad about receiving this one because it's something we co-created with girls. The audience that we make our content with is an audience that's very rarely reflected on online content. It's the audience that's just coming into digital. So for us to find a space where the girl who's usually not very represented finds a space for herself, finds her needs and her wants responded to, because Khullam Khulla is a format that actually, it's a piece of content that helps girls understand their sexual and reproductive health. So to get acknowledgement for that is really grateful. Girl Effect feels very encouraged, and I know our production partner, Culture Machine, is a huge part of this success for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sneha, and congratulations to the entire Girl Effect team. The next category is for the best content in an influencer marketing campaign. And this award goes to Techno, Top Social India on My Techno 4 Cities 4 Influencer. And we have somebody from the Techno team to talk about their campaign and experience. Looks like we do have somebody. Can they come up on screen?
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Karthik.
Great. So I'm from team Top Social, and thank you so much for this wonderful honor. Top Social is a young agency with a young team specializing in influencer marketing solutions. And our team is delighted with this recognition and the encouragement from the jury. So for this particular campaign, the objective that Techno had was to reach out to tier 2 and 3 cities, which is a key market for them. So our content was designed as a cinematic and aspirational content series with relatable influencers who have audiences in these key markets. And the response was amazing. And so we also created a long-term property for them, which is a travel-based content series, which hopefully we can use again as soon as the pandemic allows us to. And again, we are grateful for the opportunity to be here and look forward to more exciting projects. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Karthik, and congratulations to the entire Techno team for winning the Best Content in an Influencer Marketing Campaign Award. We will now move to our next category, which is for the Best Non-Fiction Content in Print. And this award goes to Rashtradoot, Arbit, India's largest UGC initiative in print. And we have somebody from Rashtradoot to come up on the screen and share their experiences.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Rakesh Sharma from Rashtradoot. This is
yes, please go on.
This award is a recognition for the work that we have done, and this is a unique work of engaging the readers into writing. We are a Hindi newspaper. We have a 2-page supplement every on in English, and the readers, we have engaged our readers to write in the Arbit. Arbit is, they are sharing their experiences on everything. Arbit is arbitrary. Whatever they feel like on whichever subject they want, they write about it, and then the entire readers, both Hindi and English, they read it. This is a unique initiative that we have taken, and it really encourages us when someone recognizes our efforts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for your words, and congratulations to the entire team. This just goes to show how important local language and how much momentum it has gained over the years, even in this digital age. Thank you so much. We will now move to the next category of awards, and it is for the best content in an email marketing campaign. And this award goes to Investo by Dineout. Do we have somebody from Dineout?
Yeah.
Yes,
Am I audible? Am I visible?
yes, you are.
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Sanjula this side. It's a pleasure to be present among such stellar group of award winners and sharing the space with such inspiring peers. What a year 2020 has been. It's been a roller coaster ride for every individual and businesses, I think, across the world. Like each one of you, we were also shocked at the turn of events and not knowing what would come next. The best and the worst part of COVID-19, I think, was that there was no precedent. It was all new. So brands had the opportunity, to lead from the front. And Investo by Dineout has always had a very industry first approach. Without further ado, we followed our instinct. We took charge of the moment and decided to come up with a campaign that would help our restaurant partners regain their momentum and get back on their feet, because become atmanirbhar, so to say, because the F&B industry was the one that was hit in the gut, and we were one of the ones that were hit the most. So what restaurants needed was a communication that was motivating, captivating, and inspiring enough to keep going. We managed to achieve the same with our campaign called Enable Safe to Eat Out. This award symbolizes that, the power and the will to fight against all odds, brings you from the bottom to the top. Because if you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. Thank you so much. And lastly, I'd like to end with something that someone said. Enthusiasm is the mother of efforts, and without it, nothing great was ever achieved. Thank you so much, Inkspell. Thank you so much for giving this to us. Thanks.
Thank you so much. It is indeed a really inspirational story. Thanks a lot and congratulations to the entire Dineout team. We'll move to our next category, and this is for the best content in an e-commerce website in a specialized category. And the award goes to Right Knowledge Labs. And we have somebody from Right Knowledge Labs to come on screen and share their experience.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are, Zahra.
Hi, so good evening, everyone. This is Zara from Right Knowledge Labs. Firstly, I must say this feels so different from last year. Never imagined we'd have awards like these happening virtually. Missed the energy of the live event and the buzz of the live audience. Nevertheless, thank you, Inkspell Media, ICL Awards, all the jury members for this recognition, and our customers for placing their trust in us. It is a great honor to be recognized on a platform like ICL that's dedicated to content and content excellence. Also, winning in the e-commerce segment validates our ability to deliver content across categories, segments, and genres, be it corporate, conglomerate, or now an e-commerce website. So yes, that means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot and congratulations to the entire Right Knowledge Labs team. Thanks.
Thank you.
Our next category is the best entertaining content on radio podcast. And this award goes to Jio Savan, Bhai Ke Rapchik Reviews on Jio Savan. Our next category is for the best music content on radio or podcast. And again, the winner is Jio Savan, Talking Music on Jio Savan. And we have somebody from Jio Savan to come up on screen and talk about their campaign and the win.
Hey, hi. Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations to everybody who's won these awards. It's really, really exciting to be here. Although very different, as earlier said, and but nonetheless, very excited and thankful to ICL to recognize our work. And this credit goes to the entire team that works on these properties, which is Talking Music, as well as Mike Rapchik Reviews. So thank you so much. And we really, really appreciate it. And we look forward to keep doing amazing work and entertaining everyone through our podcast. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you and congratulations again to the Jio Savan team. Our next category is for the best educational content on radio or podcast. And this award goes to Masters Decoded, Anis Merchant. Do we have somebody from the Masters Decoded team? And if they can come up on screen and share their thoughts.
Hi, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, Anis, you are audible and visible.
Thank you. I think this is indeed a pleasure and a surprise to get awarded on this platform of Inkspell. So I would love to thank the jury member as well as the Inkspell community. The reason why I started this podcast about a year ago was with an intention to share people's career and decode people's career and what it takes to be where they are. So I would really want to thank the individuals who have shown up on my podcast because of them, the podcast got a lot of traction. a lot of attention as well as a lot of recognition in the market. Uh, Inkspell's award being one of them. So thank you to all the guests on my podcast, and definitely look forward to see. We just ended season 1. So next year when we come up with season 2, we will be happy to share more such stories and help individuals who are thinking about building their careers.
Thank you so much, Anis. We really look forward to the next season, and congratulations to your entire team.
Thank you.
We will now move to the next category of awards, and it is for the best content in an Instagram campaign. This award goes to hashtag Penguin TV. Do we have somebody from Penguin TV to share their thoughts with us? This award is for the best content in an Instagram campaign.
Hi, sorry, am I audible?
Yes, you are, Khyati.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. It truly is wonderful to be considered for this award and to win it amidst a very worthy competition. We're really thrilled. Penguin TV was a labor of love, the hardworking and determined team here at Penguin. I'd like to especially thank our authors who so joyfully and imaginatively stepped up to create a fascinating storytelling experience for us as we and the world went through our most difficult time. We're indeed gratified and humbled, and congratulations to everyone else who was a part of this award. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to the entire Penguin TV staff and team. Our next category is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for a real estate enterprise. And this award goes to House of Hiranandani and Webster. Do we have somebody from the team to share their thoughts?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Deepika. Please proceed.
This is Kanchan. I represent Webza in House of Hiranandani. Deepika couldn't make it for some reason. So firstly, I would like to thank Inkspell and ICL to give us the opportunity to present our campaign. And we really appreciate the jury that, you have recognized us as one of the best content in digital media campaign. And as rightly said, previously as someone like COVID has hit us really very hard, and to have a sustainable performance in terms of performance marketing along with creatives and other dimensions of digital campaign, it was like a challenge to all of us, but somehow we have overcome that challenge, and digital is the new way to communicate across the globe. So thank you once again, everyone, and we look forward to give you all more campaigns, and we look forward to have more awards.
Thank you so much, Kanchan, and congratulations to the entire team of House of Hiranandani and Webster. Thanks a lot. The next category of awards is for the best business or financial content on radio podcast. This award goes to Being CEO by Avaz.com. Can we have the representatives to come up on screen and share their thoughts and experiences?
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much. This does validate a lot of things that we do. And this is second year we are winning an award from ICL. And a big thanks to Deepali Nair, who is the host of Being CEO. And she had a very resolute commitment of, helping more aspiring CEOs to learn from the current CEOs. And in an Indian context, today if you look for any leadership material, you get it from Harvard, Stanford, which is great, but it lacks Indian perspective. So being CEO is a podcast that aims to be a guide and a friend for all aspiring leaders of today and tomorrow. So ICL, thank you so much. This validates a lot of work that we do.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
The next set of categories is, first of all, for the best news content on radio, podcast, and this is won by Chini Mandi on Awaz.com once again.
Thanks again. Chini Mandi is a...
I guess you have won a couple of more awards, so we'll announce that and then have you share your thoughts.
Sure.
So the next category is the best vernacular local language content on radio or podcast. And this award goes to Bharat Ke Mandir by Awaz.com.
It's a great day today to have won multiple awards at ICL. Chini Mandi is a portal that is, one of the world leader in providing sugar-related information for all the entire value chain, whether it's a sugar mill buyer, seller, institutional buyers, and we had a very, very different arrangement with them that any and all news about that industry would be available on ours, and it is showing results. Bharat Ke Mandir, again, it was inspired that during pandemic all temples were closed, but we wanted to give people a immersive experiences of all their favorite mandir, and we took upon this compelling audio narrative of talking about popular Indian temples, the Chardham and more. Again, your award validates our efforts. Thank you so much, ICL, and we wish to win more next year.
Thank you so much. I must say that the themes and topics you have chosen or given Awaz to have been really unique, and that's why the awards. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
We will now move to the next category, and this is for the best content in a low budget marketing campaign, digital. This award is backed by Canon. Hashtag shift your focus for Canon India by Rep India. Our next category of award is for the best digital marketing campaign with photographic content. Again, the winner is Canon and Rep India for the hashtag captured Canon campaign. The next award is, yes. So do we have somebody from Canon and Rep India team to share their thoughts?
Hi guys. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So basically, thank you Inkspell for providing us such an opportunity to present our content and for honoring us with this coveted award. Basically, it's my first stint here at Rep India, and that too also got coveted by Inkspell, which is quite a confidence boost for me and my entire team. So yeah, thanks a lot, and this means a lot, and we are looking forward to do some stellar work again and again being associated with Inkspell in near future.
Thank you so much. We look forward to your association too.
Likewise. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations. And we move to the next category with that, and the next category is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for a construction or infrastructure or steel enterprise. And this award goes to JSW Steel. The next category is for the best content in a BTL marketing campaign. And again, the winner is JSW Steel. Chala Gaon Ki Or by JSW Steel. Do we have somebody from JSW to share their thoughts?
I guess nobody is there from my team. So I am actually working parallel with them. They are from the same agency. So I think I'll take that from them from their behalf.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, congratulations again. The next category of awards is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for a healthcare enterprise. And this award goes to Servian because I say so India. Do we have a representative from the country? Hi Arun, you are not audible, although we can see you on screens. We still can't hear you, Arun. I guess there's some issue with the audio.
How about now?
Yeah, you are audible now. Yes, please proceed.
Okay, great. Yeah, sorry, I think there was some technical issue. So it's great to win this award on behalf of CERDI or Servier India. So I think it validates our effort that we put in as an organization in a fight against the silent killer, which is hypertension. And I think it's a really good validation for our work against this deadly crusade. So we had a lot of challenges. How do we reach out directly to the patients in a highly regulated and compliant environment in a compliant manner? How do we give a platform to doctors to disseminate messages? And how do we increase awareness for hypertension? So we went to this old adage of content is king. The team worked relentlessly to create some content which at least in healthcare or pharmaceutical sector has been unheard of. So we did create a lot of unique content for the same and a lot of movement marketing initiatives in times of COVID, bringing fitness at home and connecting yoga with hypertension to leverage our ancient values. And I just hope that this is just the start and we keep fighting hypertension and we keep raising awareness in this menace true to our organizational values. So really blessed to get this award and thanks to all the jury and Inkspell on behalf of
Thank you
CERDI.
so much and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
The next category of award is for the best content in a financial services or banking blog or website. And this award is won by Tata Capital, creating valuable content in finance. And we have somebody from the Tata Capital team to come up on screen and share their thoughts.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, hi. Okay, so thank you, Inkspell, as well as India Creative Industries Council for recognizing Tata Capital in this category. This award is a product of the concerted and tireless efforts of the entire digital marketing team. So Kaushik, Sana, Abhishek, Eda, thank you all for your contributions. As we all know, content writing is one thing, but getting customers to read and to choose your services is a whole different ballgame. Especially true in financial services, which you're in currently, given the plethora of competitors which are springing up at the drop of a hat. At Tata Capital, we're a full-service NBFC offering everything from retail to corporate loans, wealth management, and even investments. So for all these, we have tried to encourage our customers to count on us for all valuable content by trying to give them easy to read, vibrant and easy to read content, and ensuring that the right customers ensure that our content reaches the right audience as well. That being said, we've obviously just laid the foundations of it, and there's a lot more to learn, and we will be hoping to get more awards in the future as well. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much and congratulations to the team.
Thank you.
We now move on to our next category of award, and it is for the best lifestyle content in print. And this award goes to Native Creative into media. Do we have somebody from the Native Creative team who can come up on screen and share their thoughts?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. Clear, right?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Video as well?
Yes, you are visible.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great. We would just like to take this opportunity to thank Inkspell. This is our second year that we are winning an award, and it's absolutely been an honor. We would have actually liked it to have taken place, at last year's similar award ceremony like last year, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But nevertheless, we look forward to, meeting you guys soon and, understanding everything. But all in all, we are very happy. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much and congratulations to the entire Native Creative team. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The next category of award is for the best content in a traditional media campaign by or for a healthcare enterprise. And this award goes to Cipla, the IBS clinic for Cipla by Medica Press. Do we have a representative from the company to share their thoughts and experience?
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, hi, thank you so much. This is Manjiri from Medica Press. I would like to thank ICL and the jury for selecting us for this special award in the healthcare sector. IBS Clinic has been, a special campaign for all of us because it's a campaign which improved conversations between doctors and patients, and it helped in such a sensitive indication like IBS, where we could deliver content which made these conversations simpler. I would like to thank the entire MediPro team with me, who has contributed to making this campaign a success. There's a big team which worked on it. Mandar, Maheshi, who's front-ended this for Cipla. Special thanks to Mr. Jain and Mr. Sunil, who have always motivated us to create innovative content in this, innovate content and create good work. We look forward to working for Cipla on so many such projects. So thank you so much, ICL.
Thanks a lot and congratulations to the entire teams of Cipla and Medica Press. Thanks a lot. The next category is for the best lifestyle content in print. And this award goes to Signature by Taneira. Do we have somebody from the company to say a few words? Hi, Akash, you are on mute if you are speaking.
Yeah. So Akash is occupied elsewhere. So this is Shweta from Don't Be Content.
Hi, Shweta.
Hi. So thank you so much for this. It's always delightful to be recognized for work that we put together, and awards make it just so much more wonderful. And really, I mean, it's been such a pleasure witnessing this whole award ceremony. It's lovely to see such diverse work being recognized this evening. Congratulations to all the winners. It's very inspiring to see how each of us in our own way is making this domain of content so rich and vibrant. Thank you so much from the entire Don't Be Content team. Look forward to much more and many more to come in the years.
Thank you, Shweta, and congratulations to your entire team.
Thank you.
The next category is for the best sports content on radio or podcast. And this award goes to OP Sports 22 Yarns, a Spotify original. The next category is for the best branded content. And this award goes to SBI Yono app in Happily Ever After by the Zoom Studios. We have somebody from either of these companies to come up and share their thoughts.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, Siddharth, we can hear you.
Hi, thank you. I'm Siddharth from the Zoom Studios. Firstly, thank you, Inkspell. Thank you, ICL, for this award. As branded content creators, our focus is always to get our clients happy. And I'm sure SBI is going to be very happy as we are. So thank you and look forward to a lot more. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. Congratulations to Zoom Studios and the SBI teams. Our next category is for the best content in a B2C digital campaign. And this award goes to Dell India for the best use of topical. We now move on to the next category, which is the best content in a digital integrated marketing campaign. And this one again goes to Dell India for small business. The next category of awards is for the best content in the digital internal communication campaign. And this one goes to #banking together for Standard Chartered Bank by Hotcom. The next category is for the best content in a performance-driven social media campaign. And this award goes to Big Boss #Asli Fans campaign by Woot Viacom 18 Digital Ventures. The next category is for the best content in a search marketing campaign. And this award goes to Angel Academy for Angel Broking by Curious. The next category is for the best content in a social media marketing campaign overall. And this award again goes to Big Boss #Asli Fans campaign by Woot Viacom 18 Digital Ventures. The next category is for the best content in a video marketing campaign. And this award is won by Columbia Pacific Communities, Community Beats Uncertainty. Can we have the representative from the company to come and say a few words? Piali, you are on mute in case you are speaking.
Hi, I was actually not really prepared for this because nobody really notified me in advance. Sorry about that. I'm actually also on another meeting. But what can I say except that, it's a great feeling to win this. This is a very, very important video for us. And I think what makes this one very special is the fact that we actually got our residents to do the voiceover for this video. So it was our senior residents who did the voiceover, and it was a very important message of hope during these very uncertain times. And it really sort of underlined the importance of a community and living in a community and what that really means, especially in extremely uncertain, anxious times like these. So, my heartfelt gratitude to the jury, and we accept this with a lot of humility and with a lot of gratitude. We thank ICL for this and Inkspell.
Congratulations, Piali, and to the entire team of Columbia Pacific Communities. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
The next category of awards is for the best content in a YouTube campaign. And again, the winner for this award is Columbia Pacific Community. The next category is content in an influencer marketing campaign, special mention. And this award goes to Hair Goals 2020 for Himalaya Drug Company by Webenza. Do we have somebody? I guess not. Let's move to the next category of awards. And it is for the best content in an Instagram campaign. This award once again is backed by the Zoom Studios for their Stuck With You program. We have somebody from Zoom Studios. Hi, Kaushal, you are on mute just in case you're trying to speak.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aman. And this is the first one for us, especially for a marketing initiative that we've done this year. And this campaign is very, very close to our hearts, especially at the time when the world was jostling with the news of the pandemic, and we really wanted to spread positive vibes to people and say that we are happy being stuck with you in your homes, and we really wanted to make this lockdown memorable for people actually. So what we did was we worked with a lot of poets, we worked with a lot of spoken word artists, we did live jam sessions, we collaborated with a lot of celebrities, a lot of singers, and just tried. We are very high on community, right? So we just wanted to ensure that our people, our followers, our fans are just having a good time during this lockdown and keep spreading those positive vibes. So this property is very, very close to our hearts, and we are very proud of this one. And I would really like to thank ICL, Inkspell, the jury members, our team at the Zoom Studios and Times Network. Special mention to Saurabh, Siddharth, Zoya, Sweetie, Dharmil, and Prapti. Just to who have worked really hard to actually make this campaign very, very memorable for each and every one out there. So yeah, thank you, Emma. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kaushal, and congratulations to you and the entire the Zoom Studios team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our next category is for the best content in an online commercial, and this award is again backed by Zoom Studios for their Ye Lamha Ji Le Re, the holiday. Kaushal, would you like to say something on this campaign?
Definitely. The Holiday is one of our most successful shows that we've launched. And the song that we had launched along with the show has really done great numbers for us. It's one of the most widely followed shows right now online, and people are just waiting for the second season to come out. So really, thank you once again for recognizing the hard work that we've put for this category as well. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you so much. Our next category is for the best content in trend or moment marketing. This award goes to Flame of Hope, hashtag 9 p.m. 9 minutes for Times Network. The next category is for the most engaging content in a digital marketing campaign. This award goes to Dell PC Literacy Days by Dell India. The next category is for the most engaging content in a social media marketing campaign. And this award once again goes to Columbia Pacific Communities for OK Boomer. Do we have somebody from Columbia Pacific Communities who would like to speak? Piali was earlier with us. Yes, I think.
Hi. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. OK Boomer was an interesting campaign for us last year. As some of you would know, OK Boomer became quite a catchphrase, and we, as a brand that serves seniors, we wanted to do an interesting take on that. And we said, how can we sort of craft a narrative around it that showcases seniors in a very, very positive manner, and we managed to do that. The response to the campaign has been phenomenal, and we thank ICL for recognizing this. This to us was a campaign that truly sort of took forward our brand message of positive aging. So this one was an important one, and we had a we have some great memories from the campaign. So thanks very much for this one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Piali, and congratulations once again. The next category of award is for the most innovative, creative content in a mobile marketing campaign. And this award goes to 50 Shades of Ishq by Bobble AI. The next award is for the most innovative creative content in a social media marketing campaign. And this award is backed by Ab Dandruff Hatao for Himalaya Drug Company by Vizenza. Next category of award is for the best digital marketing campaign with user-generated content. This award goes to Media Moments for Himalaya Men, hashtag Best Face Forward. Next category of award is for the best digital content during COVID-19 lockdown campaign. This award once again is backed by Stuck With You by the Zoom Studios. Another one for Zoom Studios, and this one is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for a financial services banking enterprise. And this one is for HDFC Ergo in Entertainer 2020 by the Zoom Studios. We have somebody from the company to say a few words.
Hi again. Thank you so much once again for these wonderful awards. HDFC Ergo and Entertainer is a campaign in itself that was created behind a computer with some very interesting dreams. And it's good to have validation, not just in form of awards, but also in terms of the content that's received by the audience. So thank you once again for the recognition, and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again. The next category is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for a food beverages enterprise. And this award goes to The Foodie Foodie and the Feeds. The next category is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for a retail enterprise. And this award goes to hashtag Taiyar Ho Kar Aiye for Manyavar by SIPL. Next category of award is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for an FMCG or CPG enterprise. And this award goes to Pond's In Happily Ever After by the Zoom Studios. Another one for Zoom Studios. Congratulations to them. Do we have somebody from the company to speak about this campaign in particular?
Hi guys, great to win these awards across categories. Happily Ever After is a show very close to all of our hearts. Also, this one goes out to the entire branded content team at the Zoom Studios. The fact that almost all our brand partners are up here winning awards with us is a testament to how hard and creatively we work. So great stuff, and here's to a lot more in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations once again. And we will now move to the next category with that. And it is for the best content in a digital media campaign by or for an IT, ITES or IoT enterprise. And this award goes to Current Software Technologies Private Limited. Next category of award is for the best content in a traditional media campaign by or for a commercial real estate enterprise. And this one goes to 110 for PS Group by SIPL. The next category is for the best content in a 360-degree marketing campaign. And this award is won by UTI Swatantra by UTI Mutual Fund. Another one for the Zoom Studios and the Yonos SBI app. And this one is for the best content in a product placement strategy. This one is one for the Happily Ever After campaign. Another one for Zoom Studios. What a streak they are having. It is for the best content in a TVC campaign. And this one goes to the holiday trailer by the Zoom Studios. Hi again, welcome.
Hi, there's not a lot new to say. Each campaign is special, each award is special. Please keep it coming. We're loving this, and don't stop, please. Thank you.
I think you could be an apt co-host for me here.
I wish, I mean, if that means getting more awards, I'd love to, man. But thank you so much. Thank you, ICL. Thank you, Inkspell. It's great. It's great. It feels amazing.
Thank you, Siddharth. Congratulations. The next category of award is for the best content in an OOH campaign. And this award goes to Root Select Brand Launch OOH campaign. The next category of award is for the best educational content on social platforms. This one goes to My First Pimple campaign for Himalaya by What Comfort. There you go again, Zoom Studios on the screen, and it is for the best entertaining content on social platforms. And this one goes to Entertainer 2020 by the Zoom Studios. Siddharth, would you like to come again and say a few words, or do you have somebody else from the team?
Yeah, actually, Kaushal would be the best to kind of honestly take the lead on this one. It's a out and out marketing campaign. So Kaushal, if you could please join.
I'm here actually. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hi Kaushal, yes we can.
Sorry, I think I was rejoining. Hi, thank you once again. Thank you guys. This campaign is again, one of the very special campaigns that we worked on this year. Like I mentioned before, this lockdown has again, got us to think about our priorities and our hobbies, and we really wanted to capitalize on that and to just bring out the best creative minds, to the fore and show us their talent and uh, the kind of response that we've been getting for this particular activity, with about 2000 plus entries coming in from across India, and the best of entertaining content which is coming on internet for us from social media. This activity is going to be is actually a very big one for us. In fact, even the gratification is a huge one. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity that we are giving out to the entrants, which is being the face of the Zoom studios, being the face of the brand that we work with. And soon you'll be seeing the winners coming out, and they'll be plastered everywhere onto our shows, onto our campaigns, sharing our content across social media, across all the channels that we have. So it's a very interesting one for us, and do look out for the results soon. Thank you so much.
Just one question, Kaushal. Is your cart full or do you have more space?
It's full. We had to buy new ones actually.
Great. Thank you so much and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The next category of award is for the best lifestyle content on social platforms. And this one goes to Hair Goals 2020 for Himalaya Drug Company by Webenza. Best motivational content on social platforms. And this one also goes to Himalaya Drug Company by Webenza for their quarantine campaign. We just can't get enough of the Zoom studios today, it seems. The best music content on social platforms is also backed by the Zoom studios for the Entertainer 2020 music campaign. The next category is for the best non-fiction content on social platforms. And this one is won by timesnownews.com for Ganesh Visarjan. The next category is for the best sports content on social platforms. And this one is won by Oaktree Sports, Breakfast with Champions, a YouTube original. The next category is for the best vernacular or local language content on social platforms. And this one is won by Cricket Country. The next category is for the best drama content on an OTT platform. This one goes to Ratri Ke Yatri by Hangama Play. The next category is for the best entertaining content on an OTT platform, and it goes to 4 More Shots Please Season 2 by Pritish Nandi Communications. The next category is for the entertaining content on an OTT platform, and it's a special mention. And this goes to Mental Hood by Alt Balaji. The next category is for the best fiction content on an OTT platform. And this one goes to Kash Makash by Hangama Play. The next category is for the best fiction content on an OTT platform. This one goes to Cold Lassi or Chicken Masala by Alt Balaji. Next one is the best horror content on an OTT platform. And this one again goes to Alt Balaji for Ragini MMS Return Season 2. Another one for Alt Balaji as it wins the best humorous satirical content on an OTT platform, and this one is for Boo Sabki Fategi. Another one in line for Alt Balaji, and it is for the best motivational content on an OTT platform. And this one's 140 MOM Mom, the women behind Mission Mangal. The next category is for the best music content on an OTT platform. And this one's won by Hungama Music Bus by Hungama. Next category is for the best non-fiction content on an OTT platform. And once again, this one goes to Hungama Music Bus by Hungama. The next category is for the best thriller content on an OTT platform. And this is won by Alt Balaji for Code M, Crack the Code. The next category is the best vernacular or local language content on an OTT platform, and this being won by Hungama Play for Root Atlela. The next category is for the best content in a business blog or website. This one is won by the France Union Civil Blog. The next category is for the best content in a gaming blog or website. This one is won by BGR India. The next category is for the best content in a healthcare or fitness blog or website. And this award goes to Health Summit 2020 on COVID-19 by the healthsite.com. The next category is for the best content in a media or entertainment blog or website. And this one is won by BollywoodLive.com. The next award is for the best content in a news blog or website. And this is won by India.com. The next category is for the best content in a short film or documentary. This one is won by Fishing for Bones by Times Network. Best content in a TV or web series, and we have the Zoom Studios again. The Holiday by the Zoom Studios wins the best content in a TV or web series. Next category. Okay, before we have the next category, we have Siddharth who will speak about the holiday program.
Hi again. Thank you so much. This is again a very, very special award for a very special show. Special mention to Jahan Kaur from the Zoom Studios. She handled this show beautifully, and it's for everyone to see. It was a show where we all became friends while shooting it, and we still are. And it's if it wasn't for the pandemic, we would probably be enjoying season 2 right now, but we'll be there soon. All the actors, the crazy cast and the crew, and of course special mention to the captain of the ship, Laksh Raj Anand, who just created magic again for us. Thank you again, and this one is really special. Thanks.
Thank you, Siddharth. With that, we move on to the next category, and this is for the best content startup. This award goes to All About Eve India. And we have somebody from All About Eve to come up on screen and share their thoughts.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for this award. It really means a lot for a content platform as niche as ours to, get an award from such a distinguished jury. We're a really small team. We are composed entirely of women. So it's really encouraging to get this sort of recognition and appreciation. All About You bring together businesses, brands, and artists in a very inspiring and inclusive environment for our readers. So this award, it's super exciting for the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much and congratulations. I'm sure this will inspire a lot of young women out there to, start up on their own.
I hope so. I really do. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. The next category is for the content debut of the year. And this one is won by the Zoom Studios for Take a Love Story Flick. And we have somebody to speak about this particular program or campaign. Siddharth again, it seems. Yes.
Sorry, guys. I know I'm getting messages. Everybody is fed up of looking at my face, but I am not. I'm not going to be sorry about it because it's because our hard work is being, recognized. This is essentially extremely special for us. This was a dream that we, saw together, and I still remember the first meeting in the conference room where Flick was just, not even a word. And the fact that in the last 2.5 months, we've been able to completely, create content that's the audience has loved week after week after week, just shows that, there's room for so much more good content in this space, and we'll keep striving to do that. Gaurav, Zishan are the heroes behind Flick. They deserve all the credit, and, you'll hear a lot more about Flick in the near future. Thank you, guys.
No regrets, Siddharth. Just keep them coming.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. The next category is for the Content Leader of the Year person. And this one goes to Ankit Jain from 93.5 Red FM. Do we have Ankit? Yes, he is here. Ankit, you are on mute just in case you're trying to speak. Hi, we can hear you now. Yes.
Can you hear me, Emma? Hi.
Absolutely. We can.
First of all, I personally would want to congratulate the Zoom and the team. भाई आप लोगों ने सब ले लिया है, ऐसा लगता है किसी के लिए कुछ छोड़ा नहीं। ये एक मुझे लगता है कि ये गलती से एक मुझे मिल गया है, भाई ये भी आप ले लीजिए। Anyways, thank you so much, Inkspell and ICL for this one. This one is pretty special. It's a perfect Diwali gift. I was pleasantly surprised when I got this. I've got a couple of awards, couple of weeks back, and I've thanked everyone. But someone very special I haven't thanked, and we've realized the importance more so during the work from home and the COVID times is the family who stands by you. So my wife and my daughter who जिन्होंने मुझे झेला है ups and downs, and one can understand when someone is creative, they go through these ups and downs, the mood swings, and when the idea isn't working, and the family goes through everything. So thanks to them, I've got this. So this one is for them. Thank you so much again, Inkspell. Yeah, cheers. And Zoom guys, बस अब बहुत हो गया, अब नहीं है.
Okay, so congratulations again to the Content Leader of the Year for 2020, Ankit Jain.
Thank you.
The next category of award is for the Young Achiever of the Year, Content. And this one is won by Shivani Ambikapati from Mintra Designs. We have Shivani. Yes, there she is. Shivani, you are on mute.
Hi, can you hear me?
Absolutely, we can hear you now.
Great. Thank you so much for this. Thank you, Inkspell. Thanks, ICL team. And thank you to the jury members for taking the time out to do this. And most of all, thank you to my organization, Mintra, for giving me this opportunity and the ability to be able to experiment with content, especially in fashion. So my thanks to them and especially my team. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivani. Congratulations to you and the entire Mintra team for supporting young achievers like these.
Thank you, Amar.
Now we move on to the Leadership League of the Year 2020. This is an elite group of content developing companies, entrepreneurs, and professionals who have left a major impact on the industry through their work. And the first one is School, Geek, and Proud. Also, we have the Zoom Studios, of course, as a network. Siddharth, are you there still? Oh, there is another representative, Sagar. Would you like to say a few words on being one of the members of the Leadership League of 2020 in terms of content? Sagar, you are on mute.
Yeah. Hey, hi. I mean, we're really happy that we were on mute because everybody is sitting in this room. Ours is a startup, very small team, and everybody is so happy and excited. I'm glad that you couldn't hear a lot of things that we were saying. Anyway, thank you so much, ICL and Inkspell, for giving us this opportunity. I'll be very honest. We are a EdTech brand, and we were doing content for branding purposes. For our EdTech brand, which is school, and it became so successful and viral that we were literally forced into looking at it as a separate business vertical altogether. So School.buzz is basically the home of most insightful and meaningful content for Gen Z and millennial geeks on the internet. I've written a lot of other stuff, but I think I'm eating up a lot of time. We're really glad that the start has been incredible for us, and it has been that way because of the extreme hard work of the whole team. I would like to mention the name of a lot of my team members who are here and who've made us somewhat successful. Meenal, Chani, Parth, Raj, our writers Krishnendu, Bharat, Shriman, Nadia, and Kanchi. Also a special thanks to Surbhi, our head of human capital. I'm being very honest, she literally forced us into nominating us for these prestigious awards. So thank you so much, Inkspell and ICL, for this honor. Content is truly the king, and as our brand's tagline says, geek and proud. Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, Sagar, and your entire team.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Sagar, your camera was off. Next thing.
Am I mute now? How do I?
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's fine now. We have Saurabh here. Yes. Saurabh, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi guys. My name is Saurabh. I work with, I manage the Zoom studios, and it's been a great night for us. And this is really special, where we are actually being looked at one of the top 25 content leaders. Uh, I think it's a testament of the hard work that the team has put in. We are a less than a 3-year-old company and a unit, and I believe we've done some decent work, which is why we're here. So thank you so much, Inkspell, and the ICL Awards. And I think we only look forward to winning a lot more. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Saurabh, and congratulations once
Thank
again
you so much.
for being one of the enterprises and entities in the India Content Leadership League for 2020.
Thank you so much.
Ankit Jain again from redefine 93.5, who is part of the India Content Leadership League as well. He was the Content Leader of the Year, announced earlier today. Also, we have Niedhie Verma of Dentsu as one of the top 25 content leaders in India. Do we have Niedhie?
Yeah, hi.
Back again.
Hi, Amar. Good to see you again in a bit of a different avatar. Thank you so much. It's been a total pleasure today. And, been a total pleasure interacting with the team the past 2-3 days as well, especially the past 2-3 days. I wish to thank ICL, Inkspell, the entire jury. It's a very prestigious and coveted award, and I hold it close to my heart. I also, at this point of time, when I look back, it's been almost about 20 years now into the content space, and this couldn't have been possible without my colleagues, without the support of my seniors who trusted me at various points in life and helped me create benchmarks. And, this is out and out totally for them. For my family who supported the crazy part of me, I am a workaholic. I still tend to work 18 hours a day. And so thanks to them for bearing such a zombie such as me. And thank you, Inkspell. This means a lot. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you so much, Niedhie. Congratulations once again. Yes, a content leader of the year, and now one of the members of the Elite India Content Leadership League, which also comprises leading organizations as well. How does that feel?
To be very honest, as I said last time, I wasn't expecting that one, and this one is cherry on the cake. Like it's right up there. So yes, it's a wonderful Diwali gift, and here I want to do a loud shout out to my boss, Nisha Narayanan. So around 12 years back, when I started, handling this department, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure whether I'll be able to, even come up with ideas. And there is something she saw in me, and I still today, I'm not sure how I do it, but it's her leadership, it's her guidance, and it's her faith which pushes everyone of us at Red, and we just follow her vision, and such thing follows. So we are very happy to have her, and this one is for her. Top 25 content leaders in India. It's all because of her. Thank you so much, Nisha ma'am. This one is for you.
Thank you so much, Ankit. And yes, congratulations again to you as well as Nisha. Going further into the list, we have Jesse Paul of Paul Writer and Akrita Riyad of Times Network. Moving on, we have Pankaj Kalra of Hungama Digital Media Entertainment and Vibhuti Roy of Sixth Sense Communications. Do we have somebody from either of these two organizations to acknowledge for these awards on behalf of Pankaj or Vibhuti? Okay, so moving on further into the list, we have Ritika Pradhan of Ida City and Sagar Chaturvedi of School as another two members of the top 25 content leaders league of 22. Do we have someone from either of the winners who can come up and speak? Yes, we have Sagar with us. Sagar, you are not audible. Sagar, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Am I audible now? Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are now.
Thank God. I'm so sorry. Last time, like 5 minutes ago, when I was collecting this award or another award for the brand overall, I forgot to switch on the camera. That was the level of excitement. Thank you so much. We are a net tech startup, and for startups, these things really do matter. For bigger established brands who have won like 10, 20, 25 awards, for them it may not matter that much. So thank you so much for giving this award to me individually as well. But I believe whatever honor you guys have, or ICL or um, um, your organization has given me, that actually in a way shows the hard work that my whole team has put in. So I think this one is for the team. Although on the certificate it shows my name, I would rather, like, once you send it to me, I'll change it and put the team's name, everybody's name. Thank you so much. It really means a lot.
That's so great to hear, and it's indeed a great thing to be in the same league as the most established content players in the country. So congratulations on that.
Without a doubt, it's an honor. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Sagar. Congratulations. I think we have Ritika also there. Hello? We cannot hear you. You're not audible. No, you're still not audible.
Just checking.
I know it's quite ironic that on a day when we are acknowledging content and technology leaders, technology shows us the flip side. We cannot hear you still, Anando. Okay, moving on further into the list of the India Content Leadership League members. And we have Charmis Jayendra Pala and Anshul Raj of Hangama Digital Media Entertainment. We have somebody from either of these two entities to come acknowledge the award and say a few words.
Am I audible?
Yes, Charmis, you are.
Yeah. So one second, let me start up my camera as well, because I've sat a long time for this moment.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to thank to the entire jury, Team Inkspell and ICL for recognizing all the hustle, all the hard work that I've put in for all these years. I personally believe that it's merely a start and it's a motivation for me as well. I look forward to contributing my wisdom and my knowledge towards the community. I wish to share my knowledge and expand the horizons as well. Adding to that, I'd want to participate in a lot more forums and activities where the knowledge and everything is established merely. So thank you all. Thanks, team.
Thank you, Charmis, and congratulations once again. Keep up the good work. I think Anindo is here again. Debahuti is here. There were some glitches earlier. She's joined again.
It's really, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I know it's been quite a disaster running around from one room to the other, but anyways, here it is. Thank you so much. I really have been waiting for a long time for this, and finally the technology gave up, as you rightly said. Now, 2020 otherwise has been a very depressing year, but in terms of awards, it's been a great year for my agency, Sixth Sense. I mean, of course, we are nowhere in competition with the Zoom studios, but they are like class apart. But anyway, we've still made some mark. And this year is ending on a great note with this ICL award. 2019, we actually we were lucky enough to do a very diverse body of work, ranging from, say, the government projects like Maharashtra government to, say, doing something as sweet as Christmas for Hamleys, or chasing education for Byju's, or, or to promoting women's wellness, like a mammogram or a pap smear for Cloud9 hospitals and many more. So it's been a very satisfying year. And the awards have made it even more satisfying. So let me just thank my entire team who've been with me like a pillar. I would like to thank the ICL Awards, Inkspell Media, and a special shout out to Geetika. She's been so hands-on and a complete sweetheart. Thank you so much. And I really hope to winning some more awards next year without any technical problems. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Debahuti. And congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Moving further into the list of top 25 content leaders in India, we have okay, so we have Sneha Chaturvedi of Girl Effect India and Vandana Bhatti of Marathon Films next into the India Content Leadership League. Sneha, welcome to the league.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm back. Hello, thank you. This one is really special because the brand that I'm working for, Charger, it's honestly a personal cause because, well, what we work is to make sure that girls get to take charge of their own bodies. So when you get recognized for work that you do around that, there's nothing like this. And it's been a really rewarding year because, I mean, when we're about a little over a year old, and when we started putting our content out, we used to get flooded by messages from girls who would want Dineout to, tell them if like, I don't know, vaginal discharge is fine or like what contraception to use. And that's rewarding. When we knew we were getting something right, but when the fraternity comes together, and I really want to thank ICL and Inkspell for that. Like, it's really good when you get encouragement from your peers on something like that. It's very rewarding and enriching. This year has been all about like, how do we make condoms fun? How do we make contraception something we can get girls to use in an easy way, sitting and working on lots of theory. And I think I really want to, it's like when you get an individual award is when you start breaking down everything that you do and you recognize you're nothing without the team. So I really want to give a huge shout out to the team at Girl Effect and say, continue innovating, guys. Let's continue being brave. Let's continue being just brave. And another key shout out I want to make is to my manager, Kanishk, who about a year ago took a huge risk and said, go play. Let's just do this. Screw the rules. We're going to break it. We're going to figure it out. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sneha. This is not just your victory, but also a win for the entire cause that you guys are working for.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations. We also have Vandana with us from Marathon Films.
Thank you, Amar. You have, by the way, you have a beautiful name.
Thank you
It
so
just sounds
much.
wonderful. So thank you very much. It's been a long wait, but I'm delighted to receive this award, which recognizes and celebrates excellence in creating exceptional content. It's quite encouraging. So thank you to the entire jury, Inkspell, and the ICL for making it such a special win, especially this year. And while this is a leadership award, no leader is good without the entire team. So this has to be dedicated to the entire army of people who have been responsible for creating, all the noteworthy content that we've been making, and especially my creative partner Vikram Bhatti. So thank you very much. And as a content producer, as a content company, we are committed to creating content that's critical to the global and societal well-being. So do look out for more such content that shall be rolling out from Marathon Films in the near future. So thank you, and many congratulations to all the fellow winners this evening.
Thank you so much, Vandana. Congratulations and welcome to the league.
Thank you. Cheers.
Next in the list, we have Seema Dele Ganpate and Alisha Khanna from Alt Balaji. Do we have Seema or Alisha to come up on screen and say a few words? Yes, we do have Seema here. Hi, Seema. Seema, you are on mute. Yes.
Hi, Aman. How are you?
Hi, Seema. Very well. How about you?
Good. Thank you. And hello, everyone, respected jury and esteemed members of the selection panel at ICL. I'm extremely gratified with me as your selection for the leadership category of Young Achievers 2020. This award is a mark of acknowledgement towards my continued efforts in this field of content-led experiential design. Though this is a solo award, I would like to also thank my entire team at For Young India for making work so much fun. A special thank you to the team ICL and Inkspell for this encouraging initiative. I'm humbled and honored.
Thank you so much, Seema, and congratulations on being in the list.
Thanks, Amar.
Of the good work. Thanks.
Bye.
Moving on, we have the Zoom studios, and that's not a surprise, in the list. And we also have the storytellers, as one of the top 25 content leading companies in India. Moving on. Okay, so we do have some representatives here. Okay, I guess. Hi, Niedhie.
Can you now hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thanks a lot for recognizing us as one of the top 25 content leaders in India. So this is our first year of existence, and though the whole world was coming to a standstill during the lockdown, and it was time that we took birth. So thank you for recognizing our existence, and this is the first one for us. So we hope to gain more, and thank you ICL and Inkspell for recognizing we storytellers, and I thank the entire team which has made we storytellers who we are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Niedhie, and congratulations. We also have Zara with us to share a few words. Zara, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Zara?
Yes, I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello?
Yes, yes, Zara, please proceed. Okay, so moving on till then for further into the list of India content creator teams, we have Right Knowledge Labs and Shreyan's Innovations. Yes, I think Zara was waiting for the right screen to be displayed when she speaks, and she's here with us. Zara.
Yeah, hi, am I audible now? I think
Yes, yes, pretty much, yes.
My connectivity there.
We can hear you, yes. Please proceed.
All right. So yes, I think this one is truly special. 2 consecutive years of winning at the ICL Awards. And it's a proud moment for us to be recognized amongst the top content agencies as we complete 5 years. I'd say our focus on specialized content, thought leadership content, and our content first digital approach has paid off. So thank you, Inkspell Media, all the jury members, our customers for placing their trust in us. And last but not the least, the very awesome team at Right Knowledge Labs. So yes, thank you.
Thank you, Zara, and congratulations to you once again.
Thank you.
Moving on further into the list of India content leadership lead members, and we have Soumya Samuel and Amrish Kumar. And I think he is back in the